Some artists you have to wait 5-6 years for a new album, but Lana Del Rey in 2021 has given us 2 records. Here we go. Blue Banisters, another hour-long project from Lana this year. Unbelievable. Guys, this is going to be uncut on Patreon. As always, the link is down in the description. Thank you for joining me. Let's do this.
I guess you could call it textbook. I was looking for the father I wanted back, and I thought I found it in Brentwood. It seemed only appropriate you'd easily have my back.
Now this is a song we've heard along with the title track and along with Arcadia, so this first run of tracks, we've heard them before, but I want to do a full complete album reaction, so I'm going to sit and enjoy this again. And to be honest, I haven't heard this song pretty much since it came out.
You've got a thunderbird, my daddy had one too. Let's rewrite his story, I'll do this dance with you. Black Lives Matter.
I remember the tempo change. It's definitely more of a stripped back type of track than we've had more recently from Lana. There's not huge amounts of instrumentation going on. It's all quite, feels quite personal. Her voice sounds gentle. Yeah, it's great. It's great. But we're going to get into these tracks that we haven't heard soon.
The picture on the wall of me on a John Deere. Jenny handed me a beer, said, how the hell did you get there? Oklahoma. There were flowers that were dry, sitting on the dresser. She asked me where they're from. I said, a place I don't remember.
There's an unbelievable texture to this track. I mean, it's so gentle and quiet and poised. Again, not grandiose in the instrumentation, but just one to just, you know, just truly concentrate on her voice.
Jenny was smoking by the pool. We were riding with Nikki and Lane. I said, I'm scared of the Santa Clarita fires. I wish that it would rain. I said, the power of a...
It really is an incredible song. I don't think I appreciated it enough on first listen. I mean, that reaction's back on the channel, as so many of them are. It's just so cinematic, so beautiful, but yet so pulled back, you know? It's almost so quiet.
My body is a map of LA.
I feel like this whole record is going to be very, very simple. We'll see.
In Arcadia. Arcadia, all roads that lead to you as integral to me as arteries that pump the blood that flows straight to the heart of me, America, America. I can't
so cinematic. Timelessness to it that it feels like this song could have been plucked from anywhere in the last 40-50 years almost. I think the pulled back production, the quiet production, is going to mean, if the rest of this is like this as well, that the album's going to take a while to really sink in, but that's fine. It's a stunning trio to open the album, but obviously we have heard them. Oh, this is called the trio, that's weird. Oh, you're into that Morricone. There's definitely elements of that early on. Oh, I should have worn a cowboy hat. I was not in a million years expecting that. Sliding 808s? We're getting Lana on drill?
Is when I'm being honest, I'm tired of this shit. 'Cause my body is my temple, my heart is one too. The only thing that still fits me is this black bathing suit. You said I was bad, let me show you how bad girls
Another
do.
tempo change. Production on this one's crazy. Yeah, this one's going to take time to sink in. Listen to that fucking time signature on that percussion. It's all over the place. It's like sort of minimalist jazz. Whereas she's talking like, you know, this is like someone she's split up with, and the black bathing suit could be, metaphorical for almost like a depression. I don't know. I mean, reaching. We're only 2 minutes into this song, but I'm really fascinated to see where we're going with this record, because that interlude really surprised me. And then, you'd expect for somebody who, with a more of a sort of pop ear in terms of the production of this, would have just done more of a basic drum beat. But yeah, this is challenging. Yeah, the melodies are always so strong, the voice so strong, the writing so strong.
'Cause of you, that don't mean it's my afterthought. I guess I'm complicated, my life's sorta too. I wish you could
Song is
see to
complicated.
my soul through this black bathing suit. You don't know me any better than they do.
Now the drums have become a little bit more normal. Like she's got more confidence in the song, maybe? This is going to be one. Honestly, this is going to be a track to really study and listen to again and again, because the melody's so strong, but everything else around it is so unusual that there's different things musically that's actually informing the sort of narrative and the concept of the song, I think.
No one does it better. You said I was bad. Let me show you how bad girls do. 'Cause no one does it better.
Now it's almost like riot girls screaming in the background there. It's like this is almost like the confidence that she's displaying through in terms of the melody and the words that she's saying. But the drums and now this extra scene, almost like the chaos in her mind. That's how I'm reading it anyway on first listen.
Me when you get the blues. We'll have the last laugh about it.
This is like experimental. What a crazy song, dude. That's a real thinker.
Don't say over me, baby, it's already too late. Just do what you do best with me. Dance me all around the room. Spin me like a ballerina super high. If you lie down, lie next to me. La 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 la. Put your jacket on, be a gentleman. Get into your truck and pick me up at 8. When they all know that you ain't. If you lay down, lie next to me. Dance me all around the room. Spin me.
It's a really unusual record because the instrumentation, it's almost like it's in a different room. Do you know what I mean? The guitar, the drums, nothing's been brought to the fore in the mix. It's very deliberate to have Lana's voice very, very high in the mix. It's all about her voice. It's all about what she's saying, but she seems to be adopting slightly different personas as well through the record. It's a really unusual and fascinating listen, but the melodies are carrying it through, definitely. But on first listen, it's almost like I'm trying to grab hold of these songs and work out exactly what they're doing to me, how I'm feeling about them. Is that the same for you? Let me know.
If you lie down, lie next to me. Lie, 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 lie.
Okay. Weird song. Like a brass section to finish it off. A jaunty brass section now. P's sounding like raindrops.
Just keep it simple, babe. Don't make it complicated. What if someone had asked, Castle not to be sad? Never known who he was or the man he'd become. There would be no blue period. Beautiful.
Yeah, I think this might be a stunner. This might be a stunner already, guys.
It seems either way it makes you mad. So I'll be who I'll be. If you think that that's cool, then I'll take you back.
Be who I'll be
What
if
if
you think that's
someone had
cool.
asked, Castle not to be sad. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful like you. Beautiful,
Wow, man.
beautiful like.
Yeah, that was a stunner. An absolute stunner of a track. My goodness me. Whew. Incredible. Again, stripped back, but just the melody, the power in her voice in the chorus, sort of delicate, broken nature of the lyrics, the contrast with some of the confidence that she's shown on some of these other tracks. Might have been the standout so far on first listen, but then again, Black Bathing Suit was a track, man. That was a track.
There's something in the air. The girls are running around in summer dresses with their masks off.
What was that with that interlude, by the way?
Happy. I fell back in love with me, and boy,
Okay.
does it feel sweet.
Ever since I fell out of love with you, I've fallen back in love with me, and boy does it feel sweet, which seems to be, from my interpretation anyway, a driving force behind and through the whole album.
You made me trade my violets for roses. You tried to trade in my new truck for roses. Mistake that a man can make is trying to make a woman change and trade her violets for roses.
Well said. Well said. Works both ways as well. Trying to change people is a recipe for ultimate unhappiness, and it's a recipe for definite unhappiness for them, but also for yourself. But so many people make that mistake.
Ever since I fell out of love with you, I fell back in love with the streets. And God, does it feel sweet, like a summer breeze. Since I fell
Love this
out
song
of
as well,
love
man.
with you. My violets for roses. You tried to trade in my new truck for roses. My toes and God knows the only mistake that a man can make is trying to make a woman change and trade her violets for roses. Trade her violets for roses.
Stunning track. Stunner. Some of the loudest drums we've had on the whole album. Oh, Miles Kane. I thought I recognised the voice, but I wouldn't have guessed that.
I get lost in the ether.
I don't wanna live.
Wow.
I don't wanna give you nothing.
Rare to hear that raw and imperfect, you know what I mean?
Fucking spirits healer. We just come start to talk.
Not sure about this one on first listen, but mainly because I want to hear Lana, not this dude.
But he's gone now for the week.
Very repetitive song.
That's why you're visiting. You act like fucking Mr. Brightside when you're with all your friends. But I know what you like.
That's strange, you like Mr. Brightside when you're with all of your friends. Now, Mr. Brightside is a song about a very jealous and anxious guy, but presenting a kind of like positive front. So I mean, I'm assuming that's what she means here.
You're all like thunder, pouring all your dreams. 'Cause if you're on fire, you're on fire.
My goodness.
Baby, give me your blade. But if you're on fire, you're on fire. Just keep burning. Give me your. Just do it, don't wait. If a love just means goodbye, then honey, better walk away. Just do it. Just do it, don't wait. If a love just means goodbye, then baby, better walk away. Just do it.
Love that track. Stirring and thrilling and soaring and full of energy. I just think that dealer track should have been chucked out, because like the last 4 tracks, if you ignore that one, just really bringing the album to life. Wildfire is a song that we've heard as well. Reaction from back in the day is on the channel if you wanted to see that very first reaction, but we'll listen to it again because we want to do the whole album properly.
I've been running on stardust alone for so long. I wouldn't know what hot fire was. Hot fire, hot weather, hot coffee, I'm better. With only my smile, nothing that burns. Baby, I'll be like a wildflower. I live on sheer willpower. Numbered with lithium came poetry, and baby, I've been running on Star Trek, not to turn into.
Yeah, this song's fucking brilliant.
To light up your night with only my small love.
Of how stripped back so much of the album is, I really feel like I'm learning more about her, and I've obviously listened to all of her records and spent a lot of time in her company in the last couple of years, isn't it really? But here I just feel like, yeah, it's just because I'm so intensely listening to her, and there's so little instrumentation in so much of this, and the production tricks are clever. It's gentle. Even when she was just talking about her father never stepping in when his wife would rage at her and she ended up this way, and he's just explaining a lot, and it's like putting together pieces of her throughout this album. It's a really sort of rewarding listen, I think, first time. It's not, you know, a super. It's not like a Norman Rockwell or an Ultraviolence or something like that, or even Chemtrails to a point where you're really grabbed from the get-go just by all the sort of sonics that are happening, because they're just not there. But it's definitely feeling rewarding, and I think it will get more rewarding on future listens. It will be one of her projects that really stays with people, I think, because it's so her.
Gold in my veins, you in my thoughts.
Wow.
I'm on the freeway racing at 1,000,000 and I just can't stop. Out on you, baby, I get wild and fucking crazy like you never knew. Wicked dreams came true, then passed in the night. Oh no, just get high and get wild on you, baby. I get wild and fucking crazy like you never knew.
I think on an older album of hers, this would have gone huge in terms of production when she comes into this chorus. But here everything just brought in. Such a quiet record.
I get wild, but she knows I'm a monsoon, and baby, you, I never said to you, you really are my living legend. Ooh, all the things you do and the ways you move.
It's a very similar song to a lot of the songs, but it really grew by the end of it. And this is an album for repeat listens. There's no two ways about it. It's been an unusual listen, to be honest, on a Friday morning. A lot of this reaction, I think I've just sat with my eyes shut, just drifting away and honestly just listening. Just listening.
Cherry blossom on your sycamore tree. What you done, you're very brave, and there's much to see. I push you high, cherry blossom on your sycamore tree. I'll be right here. You feel fright. Mommy is there, and so much to see.
It's a beautiful song. I assume talking to her younger self? It's just stunning songwriting.
Don't have to write me a letter. Love every hair on your head. Love you like God loves you. And you say that you're scared might be unprepared for heaven, the baby blues. And crypto forever screams your stupid boyfriend. Fuck you, Kevin. We love every freckle you have.
Maybe this is about her sister? Yeah, just suddenly that second verse there just woke me up. Very, very different type of lyrics to the rest of the album.
Blues, baby blues. If things ever go wrong, just know this is your song, and we love you. If you get the blues, baby blues, just know this is your song. It'll live on and on with us, me and you. Here, closer to you than your next breath, my dear.
Oh, beautiful album closer. Amazing, bold, extremely personal, like I said, quiet and gentle album. Unusual one to react to, I'm not going to lie, because, you know, it was just about intently listening, as opposed to soaring instrumentals or incredible beats, which is that weird interlude aside. But one that I'm definitely going to have to live with and listen again. It's definitely not as an immediate an album as Chemtrails or Norman Rockwell or perhaps even any of her albums. And I think perhaps if it was the first album of hers that you'd heard, it would be a bit much. It's quite intense. It was quite an intense listen, despite being gentle and quiet. It's sort of contrasting there. But I get the impression on second, third, fourth, fifth listens, it will really, some of the songwriting, some of the melody, some of the moments will really, really connect. Really interested in your thoughts as well. Let me know down in the comments what you're thinking, what your favourite tracks are. Perhaps more so on this album reaction than any other, because I found the album curious but rewarding, and yeah, definitely almost a therapeutic listen. It's a strange one, man. The Uncut's on Patreon as always, so thank you so much for the support on there. And guys, I'll just catch you all very soon, right? Bye.